Good morning. It's foodie time. Hi, everybody. Trying to keep my voice. Allergies are kicking in. Hey, y'all. How are you doing today? It's foodie time, and it's also hump day. I love hump day, but I got to tell you something. By the middle of the week, it should have just been Friday. I'm usually tired by Wednesday. I don't know what's going on, but part of it might be I played pickleball last night. Anyway, connect and grow is our motto on this particular chat. We are a connect and grow chat. And if you're not watching the live and you're just watching the replay, please type replay in the comments so that we can get with you and connect with your community as well. Our community is an awesome community. We help support other channels and our channels in our community. Plus, we show up at lives. Wrong hand. I'll get this mirroring thing right sooner or later, Ryan. I love StreamYard. Yes, I do. Anyway, you guys, it's a beautiful day in Kentucky. What's the weather like where you are? It's really pretty outside, and I went out there for a few minutes to check out, make sure I didn't kill any more flowers. It's a thing. I do kill stuff. I have a brown thumb. Speaking of brown thumb, please hit the like button. Hey, do you like how I did that? What's the background today? It may look familiar. Let me see. Let me see if I can get out of the way a little bit. It may look familiar there. I love this place so much. I've done it before and I'm doing it again. I love this place. But anyway, I wish I could say I was going overseas right now, but that's not going to happen. But I do have a cruise coming up. Do you guys have a cruise coming up? Anybody short? Mine is less than 90 days. I don't even know. I should have checked to see. The date is July 27th. So I don't know what the countdown is for that, but I know it's not that far away. And we're scrambling to get it together, but we're trying to take a cruise with our family. And that is never an easy task because everybody's schedules are so different. And most of my children are in the middle of their work, right? And they've already had stuff planned, may have already taken a vacation during spring break. You know how that goes. But anyway, everybody's saying hello to everybody in the chat. I see the chat moving. I guess I should get there and say hello, right? Like I said, do any of y'all have any cruises coming up? Let me know how many days is your countdown. And if you have a regular vacation where you're going on an all-inclusive or maybe going all the way over to Japan, like my friend Lucia, Lucia and Glenn, I'll tell you what, Japan, pretty impressive. I've been watching their vlogs. If you haven't connected to Lucia and Glenn, you need to do that. And they may pop in from Japan today because Lucia is awesome. Okay, that's just all there is to that. So anyway, let's say hello to everybody in the chat as they're coming in. Hi, you guys. Good morning. So nice for you guys to show up. Hey, Angie, my buddy from across the bridge. Beautiful Angie. Angie, I was thinking maybe I should just come across the bridge and and meet you over at there's a little area on the river across from us where Indiana is. We always joke Indiana has the best scenery, and they probably joke that Kentucky has the best scenery. I mean, we're a little competitive here, but there's a little area where there's a Kingfish and a bunch of other restaurants. Might get to meet Angie. Think about that, Angie. Let me know what you think. We should get together. Welcome to the chat, sweetie. Scott, hello, everyone. It's foodie time. Hi, Scott. How are you doing this morning? You have a busy night tonight. Are you with Bill tonight on his live? Good question, right? A lot of lives on tonight. My favorite lives. Well, all my lives are good. I got to tell you. I've got a really good community that goes live a lot. Now, some of them are unexpected. Did anybody hop on Chet's live yesterday? I don't know even what I was on television. My YouTube was playing on television, and I was getting ready to click off of YouTube, and I saw that Chet was live from his cruise, and I was like, Chet! So there's a live out there if you want to see it on Chet's Sea Lake Journeys channel of him on the cruise. He's having a good time, I can tell. I'm so excited that he went live. Hey, Scott, you're just infectious. Everybody is beginning to go live on cruises, just like you and Bill. Yes. So, Angie, everybody's saying hello. Oh, my nose is itching. I'm telling you, the allergies are kicking in. My eyes are getting smaller and smaller. Can barely see y'all. Anyway, Kathy Mills, good morning. Welcome to the chat, sweetie. How are you doing today? I know you know where this is because you are a world traveler. So I know you know where we are today. And I got to tell you, that's my dream. This is my bucket list number one right here that I want to go to. So there you go. Hey, it's the Bud File. Sue, welcome into the chat, Sue, bringing in some sunshine. Welcome, welcome. And then there's Ryan. Ryan saying hello to everybody. Ryan, welcome to the chat. So glad to see you today. Thank you for coming in. And I know you're working, bringing in the information. He's a wealth of information every day. So thank you, dear, for all that you do for this chat. Everybody is saying hello. And I'm clicking through it because, y'all, I cannot see. My eyes are so shut. It's bad. Travel with Josie Ann. I did see that. Hi, girl. How are you doing? Good morning and welcome to the chat. I tell you what, we got a full house today. Yes, it's awesome. You know, like Cheryl said, it really makes our day in the morning when we get to see people, you know, that we know, start off our day. You know, it starts off on the right note. Hey, speaking of Travel Cake Trips, Kathy, hi. Good morning, Vicki, at everyone in the chat. You know, Travel Cake Trips, we got to figure out what trip we're taking next year. I know you're already on the Creator at Sea trip. I tell you, it's so hard to choose. I can't really do too many cruises. Just can't afford all that. But, you know, I really do want to do some on next year. Hi, Billy J. Hey, Captain Billy J Travels. Ahoy there, everybody. Ahoy there, Vicky. The real captain is here. Do you cut and paste that? Just let me know. I got to find a good greeting. So I can just keep saying that. Yeah. Scott says, I've been short my whole life, Vicky. I know that feeling, Scott. I don't know what you mean. Short. It's a military expression, actually, meaning that you're not long for where you are right now, or that you're getting ready to leave the service. I don't know if they use that anywhere else. I don't think so. I think only the military. When I was in the military, people would always say, oh man, you're short, meaning you were either going to a new station or you were going out of the military. So that's where that comes from. So I'm sorry if I'm using military slang on y'all. I sometimes forget that not everybody knows what I'm talking about. Good Wednesday morning to everybody. Yeah. You know, short, Scott, in more ways than one. I'm curious. Oh, Niffer. Hi, Foodie. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for running my live last night. Girl, I saw it and I was like, okay, let me help her out here, you know? So I just let it play. Let it play. Welcome to the chat, Niffer. Well, gee, welcome to the chat. Morning all. 15 days till Alaska on the Carnival Luminosa. That was the ship that Bill was on. Okay, so now it's doing Alaska. That is a very versatile ship there. Have luggage, will travels, family reunion group cruise 3.0. Okay, never heard of that one. But, you know, this is 2025. I didn't start the group list until this year. So I probably missed a whole lot of group lists. And I think I am connected with Have Luggage, Will Travel. You know, it's funny. I have so many connections that I can't remember. And, you know, all of them say travel or adventure. That's why I named mine Vacations, by the way. Because everything says travel or adventures or cruise. So, we got all these names that are just so similar. It's funny. But yeah, it gets confusing after a while, but everybody's got their own little spin on it, okay? So that's the good news. At least we can remember the part that's different, right? If you're like me, those brain cells are getting older and older. Yeah. Niffers TV says, "Hi everyone, how are you all this morning?" Uh, Yes, if you're new to the chat, you guys, or if you just want to tell people that you're trying to connect with other people, type hashtag grow and it will show your link Nightbot. If you haven't got Nightbot is very helpful. You just go to nightbot.net and sign up for Nightbot, and then you can put in some commands and stuff that will help you. And if you need help with that, let me know. I'll be glad to help you. And if you can't figure out how to contact me, or if you just don't want to write it on one of my shorts or something, I do have my website address on my channel. And I get messages from there. They go straight to my email. So if you ever want a quick way to get hold of me, either that or Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is the fastest way to get hold of me besides text because it dings. And I usually notice when it dings, and then it shows up on my notification in the front of my phone. So there you go. But Travel Cake Trips, Vicky, that looks like Greece in the background. We have never been, but have seen it in movies, LOL. I know. One of my cousins went to Greece and she sent back a bunch of pictures. I was like, why didn't you tell me you was going to Greece? I mean, I want to go back, but now she's already been. So there you go. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. See it in movies. Foodie, that's a beautiful background right there. Yes, it is. My bucket list place. Gotta go. Jorge's not feeling it. He's like, I don't know. I told him I wanted to go to Greece and Italy, and both of those flights are not short. So, and he doesn't want to take a cruise ship because he's not travel friendly. Okay. Even though he was in the military and went overseas, he does not like going across lots of water. He is very, very, he likes the Caribbean a lot. So that's the good news. Usually after a while, even he starts thinking, okay, we got to go somewhere in the Caribbean. But when it comes to going to places far away, I almost talked him into Costa Rica once, and we didn't get to go because of something that was going on in our family. A lot of stuff has happened in the last year. And so we didn't get to go, but now I'm thinking I should have done it. I need to ease him into, going to Europe because I want to go to the Mediterranean. So Savage Batman, welcome to the chat, Batman. Morning, Gotham President Scott. Wait a minute. It's supposed to say Gotham President Vicky. Did I get demoted? I thought he was a co-leader and I was president. Batman. Hey, Rick. Texas Cruiser coming in. Good morning. Welcome to the chat. Are you still at the seawall, dude? I saw something on Go Live Together that said you are still working the seawall. What is going on? Tell us why you're at the seawall so we can find out, the untold story here. Travel Kick Trips. That sounds like a fun group cruise at Will G. Will goes on great trips too. Him and Kathy. I'm so jelly. They travel. Okay. That sounds like a really fun group cruise. Yes, it does. On our live, LMAO, yes, I am with Bill. Okay. Well, good to see you tonight. Okay. There are 3 lives tonight, y'all. There's Bill and Scott. and Scott. On the Talking Cruise. Don't make me lie. What's the name of the live, dude? But anyway, I go to it all the time. I should know what it is. But yeah, Bill and Scott, and they're fun to watch. So I go to their live. And then next comes Antoinette at Fun. And Fun is in her channel name. Okay. I love that. You know you're going to have fun when you go to Antoinette's live. Antoinette is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now, these are Eastern times, y'all. I'm an Eastern person. And then Cheryl, Scotty J Travels comes on at 9 or 9:30. Scotty, if you're in here, is it 9 or is it 9:30? I wrote down 9:30, but I think it's 9. Anyway, that's Eastern time too. So it's a nice long chat time tonight. It's going to be fun and whoop whoop fun. Can't wait. Watch y'all every Wednesday. Okay. So there you go. Niffer says she's like number 7. You go, girl. Like that. Thank you for reminding people to thumbs up. Yes, I appreciate you, girl. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning. Yeah, I gotta tease you, Cheryl, because I heard you. I heard you saying that Scotty J tricked you into going to his chat with his commercial. I saw his commercial, and it was so funny because I was working on a commercial myself. Never did release the commercial. It'll go out sooner or later, but my chat is every day, and I'm thinking about doing one night chat with my husband just so I can get his feet in the water because I really want him to do sports. He is so good at sports, but he claims to be an introvert. But you know what? People on YouTube who are introverts, does anybody else notice that there are a lot of introverts on YouTube? Are you an introvert? Because I'm going to tell you, most of the people I'm connected to, I have either heard them say it, hint to it, or actually act like they're introverts. But I think that that's a thing, you know. I don't know. Creativity tends to come out of introverts. Extroverts, yeah, we're just a little too busy most of the time to create, which, hey, I'm a prime example of that, y'all. I'm sitting on my vlog. Hey, I'm going to do my vlog. I started doing the clips yesterday. Nettie, if you're in here, editing is on the way, y'all. Editing is on the way. But I'm going to finally finish the last 1 or 2 vlogs I had on the icon. I took a lot of stuff. I recorded a lot of information, a lot of craziness, really. But I haven't put it out. And, you know, that doesn't even make sense. So I got to do it. I've decided that I'm going to back away from playing playlists for a while, you know, and just go on and do what I need to do and get this channel on the roll, y'all. I'm doing pretty good. Yesterday, I lost some hours, and I don't know why, you guys. It started out at like 1483, and then, no, 1493, and then it subtracted 8 that same day, or 5, no, first 3, then 5. And I don't know why I checked back. I just had a feeling about it, and I was right. I write down the number every day, and it subtracted 8 hours yesterday. Why? I mean, and 3 in the morning and 5 in the afternoon. What the heck? YouTube is just messing with me. I was talking to Camille about it. I was like, really? Why? So today, though, when I looked at it, it said 1502. I finally made it half point to 3,000, but a lot farther to go to 4,000, y'all. Hopefully, by next year, this time, you won't hear me still fussing about my hours. And like I said, vlogging, Scott says you got to get momentum. So I need to get my butt back in the editing studio and do some vlogs because, you know, that's the reality. You've got to make the content. And I didn't mean to go off on that whole thing right there, literally whole thing, but that's the reality. You got to make some vlogs. If you're planning to grow, you have to keep doing the work. Travel with Josiane says, countdown to Europe for a birthday cruise. Woohoo! 30 days. Rome, Greece, and Turkey. Girl, look, I will use your pictures. Rome, Greece, and Turkey. So are you going to where we are at today, which is Santorini? Yeah. I tell you, you're probably either going to Mykonos or Santorini or Athens. It's all good. Look, I wouldn't mind any of those. I would like to go to all of those, as a matter of fact. So there you go. But countdown till we sail together on the celebration. It's a long countdown, but you know what? It's going to be so awesome. That is going to be so much fun. Hey, Floaty, how are you? We call Angie Floaty Bodie. Yes, copy and paste is my friend. I had a feeling, but yeah, that is a good thing. See if I can come up with a nice long statement that I'm not the real anything. I'm not even the real president of Gotham anymore. Oh, Niffer, hi. Whatever floats your boat. Good morning. How are you? Nettie, hey, hello. Welcome to the chat. Did you hear what I said? I'm going to be editing this week because I've started adding my clips to my editor, and it takes forever for me because I'm just not technically savvy like some of y'all are as far as adding my clips from my phone. Now, I can do it pretty easily from my GoPro, but from my phone, I don't know. It just never seems to go quite. I use Google Drive, and what I should do if I thought about it at the time, but I'm too busy having fun, is on my cruise, start adding my clips to my Google Drive instead of waiting till I get back home. Because you know what happens when you get back home. You know what happens. You get caught up in everything else and you never quite get around to doing it. Texas Cruiser, I was 6 foot in middle school. Dude. My classmates nicknamed me Lurch. Aw, that's okay. Now, not only are you telling us your height and age, but you're telling us that you knew about Adam's family. My classmates nicknamed me Lurch. A lot of people don't know who Lurch is. Lurch is the tall, monsterish person on the Addams Family, if you don't know. They know who Wednesday is because of the new show that came on Netflix or something like that. But Wednesday became a popular show. And Wednesday was also popular on the Addams Family. Oh, he says that too, from the Addams Family. It's funny, all those references we have to previous shows that a lot of people probably don't know because they didn't see those shows. But the Addams Family was extremely popular back in the 60s and 70s because back then, you had all kinds of stuff, Our Dreaming Jeannie and Bewitched. All of these were fantasy shows. We were into fantasy. Could have been all the drugs that our parents had been around. I always joke about the 60s were truly psychedelic, okay? Flower children making stuff. Yeah. So all of these fantasy shows came out. I mean, you name it. There were Little Bitty People on one show. I can't remember what that one's called. There was Lost in Space. There was crazy cartoons. The cartoons were awesome in the 60s and 70s, by the way. If you get a chance on YouTube, go back, look for 60s cartoons or 70s cartoons. They're really cool stuff. So far into fantasy, of course. I just love it. But the best thing about the 60s and 70s was definitely the sitcoms as Family, Addams Family, The Munsters, all these fantasies. And we dressed up like these people for Halloween. So you always saw these monsters and genies and witches, and not even the ugly witches. We were dressed up as Samantha Bewitched Witch. Okay, so just funny stuff, and also Josie and the Pussycats and the Archies, and a lot of stuff that was not real, but it was fun. Hi, Niffers. Hi, Travel with Josie, and good morning. Niffers still saying hello to everybody. It's a lot of people. Captain Billy J said, I'll be on the Luminosa in September for Alaska. I'll be doing a behind the fun tour on the ship on our 1C day. 1C day. Okay. Wow. I haven't been on a cruise lately that was only 1C day. Most of mine are sea days. And I don't mind. I like sea days. I get on a cruise ship to cruise. And I always tell people this. When it comes to going to ports for me, unless it's someplace I've never been, I'd rather stay on the ship. That's just me. When I travel, I like to just be there. Okay. I'm really not for getting off and going around unless it's someplace I've never seen and I really want to see, you know, like Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Okay, yeah, you get off the ship for that because you just really want to see that. But a lot of these little tours you do, we've done all that stuff. We did it years ago. So now when I go to St. Thomas, we're like, okay, we've been to Magnus Bay at least 4 or 5 times, y'all. And then we're at St. Martin. We know St. Martin. We even know where the casinos are and stuff. I mean, thank you, Savage Batman. I like to share. You're awesome. Hey, Batman. Texas Cruiser. No, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't. No. Hi, Scott. How's Gotham, Scott? Since I haven't been there in a while. Spa, hi. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing today? I'm trying to see your emoji. Even with my glasses on, I'm not going to be able to see that, but it looks really cute. Okay. Welcome to the chat, dear. Be sure to hashtag GROW, GROW, to show us your link. And Niffer says, hearts, hearts, some hearts to go around, dropping hearts into the chat. Take one and pass to everyone. She's such a sweetie. Good afternoon. I know. Where are you at? SFA, where are you at? Where are you located? Because I'm really curious. I've gone to your channel. I've tried to figure it out. Okay, I'm just curious now. Hello, everyone. The award-winning hashtag Cruise Talk Live. Yes, they have a Meet and Eye Award. What are those awards called? Is it called the Meet and Eye Award? But I remember when I first met Bill, you guys had just got that award. And he was so happy. And Scott, you were blushing a little bit too. I don't know. But you guys do a great job. Deserved that award. Okay, now I really don't know what that says, but it looks like it has, game over, game over, game over, I think. I think that's what it says. Yeah. I'm probably lying. Billy keeps telling us he's an introvert. Anybody who knows Billy, is he really an introvert? Because you know what? You may play an introvert in life, but you seem like an extrovert online. Whenever you say that, we all go, Now, Angie, I believe Angie is an introvert. I really do. I believe you, Angie. But him, I don't think so. What? Scott said he's an introvert. Okay. Yeah. That's like me saying I'm an introvert, and y'all know that ain't true. Scott, that's funny. Look, even Angie laughed. Y'all are funny. There is one lie in those three. Which one is it? LMAO. I know which one is lying. Okay, introverts. I'm in between introvert and extrovert. Niffer, I believe you. I believe you. I believe that you are, because I can't tell if you're an extrovert or an introvert. But yeah. Texas Cruiser. I work for a company that has 4 apartment complexes on Galveston Island. I fill in occasionally where they need help. This complex is at 81st and the seawall. Oh, okay. And I don't understand about seawalls because I don't live near the sea, but I think you have to build up a seawall. Or what is the work that y'all are doing? Nettie says, "Yay, editing." We're being sarcastic, y'all. We hate editing, but yay. I'm looking for music now and making sure that I didn't miss any of JT's vids to blend into the final picture. He has some vids too. Go, JT. Go, JT. Okay, together we travel. Hi, y'all. Welcome to the chat. Hello, everyone. As you may or may not know, we have Nightbot said if you want to show everybody your link, it's hashtag grow, GROW. You've been here before, so you probably know the drill. But welcome to the chat, you guys. We're here talking about the seawall, people going on cruises. Josiane going to the Mediterranean. Girl, I am so jelly. Okay. Niffer says they did that to me as well. They took a whole 300 hours from me during February. I couldn't tell what I did wrong. Wow. You know, it would be nice if YouTube gave you a little bit of hint what they're smacking you for. 300 hours. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. That is totally crazy. I don't know either, but that is totally crazy. Travel with Josiane said, yes, Mykonos and Santorini. Woohoo! So we're showing your future here, girlfriend. This is Santorini. And Santorini, it's a little different from Mykonos. I mean, they seem to have, of course, the similar architecture and everything. I would like to go just to be able to compare and contrast them because a lot of people don't know the difference between Mykonos and Santorini. So cruising is funny time. Cheryl says, LOL, Vicky, today is Wednesday. Good to know, Cheryl. Cheryl was just telling the story up on Go Live Together. This is a chat that comes on before me. Okay, they are the home of most of our community, if not all of our community. But anyway, she was saying that she got confused yesterday and thought that Scotty's chat was coming on that night. And she was trying not to miss it. So she went there and she wrote in some stuff. And then she showed up at his time, which now that you said it, 8:30 Central Time. So I guess it is at 9:30. Scott's thing is at 9:30. So this was right. Okay, 9:30 p.m. tonight Eastern. And she said nobody showed up, but she knew somebody had to show up. And you're right, we would have all showed up because we tried to stay on that track. Okay, we start with Bill, and then we go to Antoinette, and then we go to Scotty. Yeah, nobody showed up. Then she realized, wait a minute, it's Tuesday. Travel Geek Trip says, hello at Josiane. Have fun on that awesome adventure to Mykonos and Santorini. Josiane, where are you going? You going to Rome, you say? Anywhere else in Italy? I mean, there's so many places to go in Italy, Tuscany and Naples, and so many places, y'all. I just want to take the train trip. There's a train in Italy that goes through a bunch of cities. Beautiful train. Okay, beautiful trip. I want to do that. Has anybody been on the Italian train? The train that goes through Italy? Everybody's saying hello still. Okay, so I'm old. Hey, better than the alternative, right? I know. I'm old too, right? I know all about Lurch. But you know what? I'm just glad to be here. I say that every day. I'm just glad to be here. I want it known that I'm glad to be here. Rick says, when I got home, I watched Dark Shadows every day. It was a vampire soap opera in black and white, LOL. And I think it turned to a colored soap opera that it was in color at some point, which makes sense, okay? Here's a guy dressed in black and white with a red, I guess, tie. I don't know what you want to call what he was wearing. And, every day he came on in black and white. And then one day, I think one of my friends goes, Dark Shadows is in color. And I was like, really? So Dark Shadows, y'all know nothing about that, okay? Nettie does, but most of y'all don't know anything about that. That was a pretty good show. The 60s and 70s music. I love the Doors, the Who, the Jackson 5. My list is too long. Oh yeah, and Steppenwolf, y'all, Magic Carpet Ride, all of those. We had a lot of good music in the 70s and 60s. The 60s, of course, had Diana Ross and Supremes and the Four Seasons and the Turtles with Imagine Me and You. I do. That song, Happy Together. A whole bunch of other really cool songs from the 60s and 70s. I just loved it. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll make one of those videos, vacations from the 60s and 70s. What did it sound like, right? I don't know how many people will watch that short. But most of the people have no clue what jammed up and jelly tight means. That was a song, y'all. Oh my goodness. And Ryan says, we are getting spoiled with our cruise. It is an 8-day with 4 sea days. Wow. And we are in a spa room. Yeah, that's how you do it, child. So have access to the thermal suite the entire cruise. My husband loves a thermal suite, Ryan. I know where we will be. I know. See, when you have a spa cruise, that's the ultimate cruise right there. You get to go to the spa, then come out and eat, then go to the spa, then come out to eat. Now y'all know my fantasy. It's always involved some eating, of course. I am a foodie, okay? It's in the channel name, wherever it is. It's in the channel name, y'all. But I know where y'all will be. Yes, that's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Dark Shadows and Speed Racer. Speed Racer was pretty cool. My son has a pair of Speed Racer shorts. And he's only 30, okay? 32, 33, 34. He getting out. But he has a pair of Speed Racer shorts. I have no idea if he's ever seen Speed Racer. Now that I think about it, it's kind of crazy. She gave us Ryan gave us SFA's YouTube link. Thank you so much for that, sweetie. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. But anyway, thank you for that. And then, of course, he did the hashtag growth. Thank you, Ryan. Captain says he is an extrovert online. No duh. Introvert in person. You happy, Vicky? Yes, I'm a happy Vicky. I'm a happy person most of the time. It is hard to bring me down. And believe me, these last few months really were bummers. Okay, some bad stuff. But it is hard to bring me down. I'm usually in a good mood. And my kids will tell you that, but they also say, don't take her off though, because she comes a mean Vicky when she's mad. I really do. So Ryan says, I guess I should pay more attention to my hours. I'm running approximately 10,000 watch hours, so I have not been too focused. 10,000 watch hours? That's crazy. Okay. I'm not even close to that, dude. More focused on getting subs, LOL. They watch but don't sub. You know something? It doesn't matter how many subs you have. Well, up to 1,000, it probably does. But the key is the quality of the sub, because if it's somebody who watches your vlogs and stuff, that's a good sub. Okay, I've got a lot of good subs. I know this because they seem to watch my videos and comment. So that really makes my heart full. Okay, I just love the fact that people comment on the videos. So that's what I want. I want quality, community, right? We have a community, and most of us belong to the same community. So we're lucky and blessed in that sense. And we support each other. And I think at this point in this juncture, Ryan, the most important thing is that you connect with people in a real way and they become part of your community, right? That's what I'm assuming now. Like I said, I'm only up to, well, I'm up to about 720 subs or something like that, 720. But my watch hours are my main concern because my subs are growing faster than my watch hours. And the reason my subs are growing faster is because of the shorts. But here's the thing: when you post shorts, people tend to watch your shorts, and that doesn't help me. But then also, I'm getting subs that way. I got the last short that I put out was the one where I go down the slide. People constantly comment about that slide adventure, but I got 5 subs from that. Okay, but the watch time from that is not counting toward my watch time, even though it's only like 14 seconds. I don't know if it really even matters, but I also pointed them to the most popular video. So hopefully a lot of them are going to the video as well. I have to check and see on my analytics if that's really happening. It was happening. I haven't paid any attention lately, but Niffer says that was crazy for real. Yes, crazy for real. Captain Billy J says, I went on an overnight train from Vienna, Austria to Rome, Italy back in 2004. I bet that was gorgeous. I can just imagine that Austria is one of the most beautiful places in the countryside. That's just my imagination. Or from, I guess you could say, old movies that I've seen. Seems like that area has beautiful countryside. Oh, Speed Racer was one of my shows too, Nettie. Everybody watch Speed Racer and Johnny Quest. If you haven't heard of Johnny Quest, you gotta watch Johnny Quest. It's on YouTube. All of these are on YouTube now, so you can just go and watch and see what you missed in the 60s and 70s. Niffer says there are 12 people here. Please like up the live stream. Thank you, Niffer. Actually, 12 it's coming down. I said it's bad news. It was like up to 14 not too long ago. But anyway, I'm going to go on and stop here and do my job, do the group cruises real quick. I'm going to go really fast because I'm running out of time. Man, time flies when you're talking about shows and songs and travel. Okay, 2025, the group cruises of our community are CNS Travels. Now, y'all know I shouldn't even try to do that without my glasses on. What the heck? CNS Travels Vista by Carnival Port Canaveral is the departure port. It's a back-to-back non-group cruise, September 20th to the 28th, and then the 28th to October 4th. Then comes Jeremy and Cheryl go live together. Their November 9th non-group cruise is on the MSC Seascape from Galveston, Texas. I can't wait to see that, you guys, when you get on the Seascape. By the way, my cruise in July is on the MSC Seashore. So I'm excited because I've seen y'all's vlogs about the seashore. So I decided I'm going to go. Ryan of PK Adventures is doing the Gobble and Go November 22nd to the 29th, which is Thanksgiving. On the MSC World America, the big ship. Speaking of, Ryan, I saw that you're doing a tour on Icon. I can't wait to see that. Thank you for, dude, I need to get with your agency. I never get to do any of that stuff. Or maybe I'm just not in the loop. I got to pay closer attention. As a travel agent, you tend to miss stuff if you're not paying close attention. Rob's got the Cruising in the High Seas Booze Cruise 3.0 out of Tampa on the Grandeur of the Seas, October 25th to November 1st. And then we've got Bruce, Ocean to Oceans, Helping Hands for Cruising, Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, November 29th to December 6th out of Miami on the NCL Encore. Then Scotty J Travels got Jubilee by Carnival out of Galveston, Texas, October 18th to the 25th. That is an open group. Then Howie Cruise has 2 group cruises. One is the Sunrise by Carnival out of Miami, July 12th. And then the other one is the MSC Meraviglia, November 2nd to the 9th out of Brooklyn, New York. It includes drinks and Wi-Fi. Okay. 2026 is a very busy group cruise year, but we're going to do this. Eddie's Booze Cruise. That's the one that the whole Go Live Together crew is going on. Booze Cruise 4.0, October 31st. The NCL Viva out of Galveston, Texas. There is a commercial. If you're on Go Live Together, you can see the different ports and whatnot, but there are a lot of people on this cruise. Scotty J Travels is doing the Carnival Magic March 15th and 2026 out of Miami, Florida. Fats and Trey have the Carnival Sunshine July 27th to August 1st. It's the Creators at Sea cruise out of Norfolk, Virginia. Bruce Ocean to Ocean has the ABC cruise, which is April 11th of 2026 on the Carnival Horizon out of Miami. And Life with Tanisha RN has the Star of the Seas, October 25th, 2026. It's by Royal Caribbean and it's out of Port Canaveral. Eddie Lugo has MSC Seaside, June 1st, 2026. It is his and Alice's 20th anniversary. It's out of Miami, Florida. Then the Parkers on the Go have the Luscious Ladies Cruise, which is October 22nd to the 26th on Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady out of Miami, Florida. Okay, we also have a meetup that year, March 6th to the 8th in Helen, Georgia, and you can get information from that from Magnificent Germany by Darian. Or with Darian. I think it's with Darian. Magnificent Germany. He does a lot of vlogs about Germany. He can help you with that. We're all going to that, by the way. So you should definitely look into it if you're in the area. In 2027, we have two awesome cruises. The first one is one that I personally will be on. It's the Carnival Celebration that's going to be on Valentine's Day, February 14th of 2027. It's called the Unmatched, Unhinged, Unhearted, Ungrouped Scottish Cruise. Called Scottish because both Scotties will be on there. Scott from Arizona and Scott from Scottsdale and Scotty J Travels. And then we have Greg and Michelle and June and Brady and Jeremy and Cheryl and Eddie and Alice, Ron, Anthony on the Move, cruising, Carnival Cruising Addicts. There's going to be a lot of people on this cruise, and it's leaving out of Miami. It is a 7-night cruise. I'm excited. I really am excited about that cruise show. Bruce of Ocean to Ocean has the NCL Encore, February 28th, out of the Mexican Riviera, out of the port of Long Beach. It's a 7-night on the NCL Encore. And that's it, you guys. That's it for the group cruises. Hey, I did that pretty fast. Good. I can get back to the chat now. You guys, you should definitely consider getting on one of these cruises and meeting the rest of your community. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Nettie says, Barnabas Collins was the man. That is, by the way, the guy who starred in Dark Shadows, the vampire, in case you don't know, because Nettie, they don't know. Travel with Josie and said, flying to Rome for 2 nights before my cruise. Lovely, lovely. It sounds really good. Together We Travel said, anyone looking forward to visiting Celebration Key when it opens in a few short weeks? We are all looking forward to that, sweetie. That's why we're all, well, most of our community is on that Celebration cruise to one of the stops is the Celebration Key. I might be able to get to Celebration Key before the 2027 cruise, but it's unlikely. I'm just going to tell you. It's unless I get on one of the group cruises on 2026 and it's going to Celebration Key, I probably won't see Celebration Key until the Valentine's Day cruise in 2027 with the rest of the unhinged, ungrouped, unhearted people. So, yeah, we are looking forward to it. But, yeah, it opens in a few short weeks. Are you going there? Are you going to be there together we travel? Just curious now. Ryan says, we took a train from Frankfurt, Germany to Pisa, Italy. Leaning Tower. I was only in third grade, but I do remember now how beautiful the land was, and we were on the train overnight. Yes, you were stationed overseas, weren't you? I mean, we never made it to Europe. We went to Asia, which was cool too, instead. So that is really cool. If you were in Europe and you got a chance to roll around Europe a little bit, I love it. Angie says, I'll be going in November. Together we travel. Oh, Angie, that's right. You have a Carnival cruise coming up in November. You have to keep reminding me because I tell you, you see in the group cruises all are between like October and uh, end of November. So I kind for this year. So I've kind of lost track of the Carnival cruises because there's so many MSC cruises going on during that period of time. Yeah. So I'm kind of excited that you're going, so we'll get to see that vlog. Awesome. 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 Yes, together we travel. We are on the first ship there. Ryan from PK Adventure Travel says Vista July 12th. What? Wait a minute. Vista July 12th. Do I have anything listed for that? Or so you guys, oh, you're doing so the same time that Howard Cruz is doing the Sunrise by Carnival, Ryan is going to be on the Vista on July 12th. Okay. Everybody's going to be gone in July. Everybody. Okay. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone on the 27th, but I'm doing an MSC, so I won't be seeing uh, the Celebration Key. Texas Cruiser says, in the 70s, I was in the records and tapes business. Yes, 8-track tapes. I had long hair and had the best time. We want to see a picture of that, Rick. Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper were my bands. Okay. You rocked out. Yes, you did. Whoop, whoop. Scotty travels into the chat. Whoop, whoop, y'all. Hey, and we just announced that you're going to have a live tonight, I believe at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 Central Time, I think. Welcome to the chat, Scotty. And then he says, I was making a music playlist and stopped. I think I'll start again. My tastes are all over the place. It's hard picking out something for your music for your vlog because it's the mood. It sets the mood, right? It's kind of hard. Camille, hello, Vicky. We're coming in with the green hearts. Hi, Pitts Life. Do you know that Niffer just told me they took 300 hours from her in February? And they didn't say why. That's ugly, right? I don't know. Like I said, YouTube doing its own thing. And ain't no telling what went on. Maybe some of y'all who are more experienced know why all of a sudden you lose a whole bunch of hours in your watch time hours. But you know what? It could have been in February, they did have a snafu. I think it was February or March, just when I was beginning to start doing the lives. They did have something that happened, and they started sending us messages saying they will fix the problem. Nothing worse than depending on an app or a program that's going to pay you, but then they have a snafu and you lose all your hours. So that's just crazy. But welcome to the chat, sweetie. Travel Cake Trip says, wow, Ryan, you are all going to have a great time. We are thinking of having a spa room next cruise we book. Wow, if I get a spa room, you guys, I'm going to really hate it because then I have to get off the ship and go back to life. That's going to be really hard for me. I would probably want to go to the spa as soon as I got home. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Scotty, see you tonight for sure. Yes, the lives tonight, like I was telling y'all before, Bill at 7, Bill and Scott at 7, and then Antoinette at 8. And then Scotty J is going to be at 9:30. Anchors Away. I'm really behind, y'all, so I'm going to come down here. Scotty says, woohoo. So I'm coming down. Barnabas Collins was BA. Brick, I don't know what that means. Ryan says, true. As of today, for the last 365 days, I am at 10,706 watch hours. Dude, most of it is the ship and room tours on the channel. Good to know, because I have not separated out the tours as a video. Should I do that? Because I do tours every time I go on. I do a room tour every time I go on the ship, and I keep thinking, should I make a separate video for the room tour? Sounds like I should, huh? I'm telling you. Like Kevin in Tuber Chat says, you are either high watch hours and low subs, or high subs and low watch hours. You never seem to be in high in both in the beginning. I believe that. Right now, I'm low in both of them. But, it's okay. I'm not in a major rush. This is just, for me, this is just something that keeps me out of trouble. Most of the time. Anyway, Travel Cake Trip says, Ryan, people are really interested in the ship and room tours. It helps them make decisions on what to pick when traveling. This is true. My daughter has been fussing at me because I did not send her a room tour of the cabin that she's trying to book right now on our trip in July. So what you just said, TCT, is a fact. People look at those cabin tours when they're getting ready to go on a trip. I agree. Sherman, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the chat, dear. You almost hit the after party. I've been going too slow, though. Welcome to the chat, Sherman. Sherman, Sherman, I just realized something. So you're going to be on the Vista in September, so you'll get to see Celebration Key too. Ryan of PK Venture Travel says, we luck out, Vicky, since we are in Florida and can drive to 5 ports in 5 hours less. Makes it easier to get on a ship tour since most are here in Florida. That's true. Although I'm going to tell you, I would come to Florida. I can fly pretty cheap to Florida because I have military benefits on Allegiant Air. So I can fly pretty cheap if I want to. I just never hear about it. I mean, never. So look, next time you hear about a tour, let me know. Just say, so I can just call up my host agency and go, what the heck? Okay. Anyway, thumbs up, y'all. Please like the channel. Or like the chat, I should say. Thank you. Good morning, Texas Cruiser. Okay, TCT says, oh, gracious, Vicky. We have videos out on all the activities on the MSC Seashore. The Sunshine Party, the Dancing Shoes. I've seen them. Dancing Shoes Contest, MSC Factor Singing Show, the Dress in All White Party, and the free drinks. Free drinks? That one I don't remember. I don't remember that part. But you know what I do is I turn on, this is how I got Jorge to go, by the way. I turn on the videos of the seashore and then I let them play on my TV so that my husband can go, what is that? And I go, that's the ship we're getting on in July. Then he becomes more excited and intrigued. Okay. Travel Cake Trips, bartender event, and working on MSC, the movie LOL editing. Yeah, editing. So much fun. So much fun. But yeah, MSC the movie. Yeah, I want to do MSC the movie too. I mean, there is just so much said about MSC. So controversial. But you know what? A lot of people, just about everybody I've talked to has said they enjoyed the seashore. So I feel pretty confident that my family will not be upset with me the third night in. You know? I can hear it now. Okay, what did you book us on? Anyway, 56. 56? Okay, no, it's not what I think it is. 56. Hello. Okay, y'all, we got a minute left. I got to get to moving here. Niffer says hi to Camille. And then Travel Cake Trip says, yes, Celebration Key is going to be nice. Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's always good to go to a new private island. So, that's that celebration thing. I'm really waiting to see how much it's like Coco Cay, Good morning. Carnival is in a port today. Is in port today. LRV Lifestyle is in Jamaica. Welcome, guy. Welcome over. Welcome onto the chat from Jamaica. So they're in port today. So I wonder what ship it is. Thank you, Camille, for the green hearts in the chat. Together we travel, so stay tuned. Oh, you're going to Celebration Key? Okay. I wish I was there, LRV, Camille said. Pitt says, I'm good. How are you? Everybody's saying hello. It's a bright, sunny day. Thank goodness, right? It's a great day here. Ryan says, yeah, not a group cruise, just one that Mel picked because she wanted to be first on Celebration Key. A lot of people want to be first. There are going to be a lot of people there, okay? Captain Billy J, I'll be landlocked here in July, saving my time off from work for my 2 cruises in September. Awesome, LRV. I'm so glad. Scotty said, yes, tonight be ready. I will be ready. Ryan said, tour for sure. We will film and maybe I will do a live when we are there if the connection is solid. That would be great. Thank you. Let us know if you're going to do a live. I don't know how you would not tell us if you get a chance to log in before on this, let us know. That is ugly. A lot of people are having issues with WH watch hours. That is so crazy. I know. I'm good, Mrs. Pitts. Thank you. Nettie said, yeah, Barnabas. He was a bad. Shut your mouth. You got to know that too. That's a reference from Shaft, which was also out in the 70s. I make separate videos for room tours when I do them. I had a 3-minute room tour for a NYC hotel and it got 1.5 thousand. That is flipping amazing for me. 3-minute room tour. Okay. Balcony cabin tour on MSC Seashore here. Thank you, dear. I appreciate that. Sherman, yes, we will go to Celebration Key on both cruises in September. Woohoo! He's back to back. Nettie, wow, my NCL Prima room tour got 3,000. And that's good to know. If I get on the Prima, I'm coming over to look at it. Ryan says, I will PM you the process. At most, I'll write through the cruise line themselves in the agent training area. Really? That's probably my fault. That'll tell you how much training I've been doing, okay? I think I have a free Princess cruise. I haven't been paying much attention, but anyway, Carnival Sunrises. Oh, okay, great, LRV. Thank you for that. Travel Cake Trips, #grow, showing her link so you guys can connect with her. Thank you for that, dear. And it looks like we are into the after party here. Nice. PK Travel says to Nettie and JT. Dark Theme says, good morning. Clearly, I made it to the end of the live. However, shall enjoy the replay. Thank you, Dark Theme. Have a great day, Vicky. Welcome to the after party, sweetie. I'm not stressed about it at the moment. Now, I'm going to tell you, on Friday, I ain't going to be here very long. So if you come in after 10:30, you won't see me because I have a doctor's appointment at Veterans. So that's sort of a heads up about Friday. I will be here for a short period of time, like from 10 to 10:30. Anyway, Ryan says, there you go, Nettie and JT. I know that Mel and I always look to see if there is a video of the room or a sister room of one we are looking to stay in. Do you guys type the room number in there so people can look it up by specific deck, like deck 11, room 11, da da da? I just recently started doing that because now I've started searching by deck to see what balconies look like. I think the Vista will be, Together We Travel says, I think the Vista will be the only ship visiting Celebration Key on July 12th. Okay, so that's good. Nettie said, PK, trying to get with it if I can remember. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom of the chat, y'all. Woohoo! As soon as I said that, somebody posted something. Yeah, Captain says, I search for cabin number. So that's a great thing. If you put the cabin number in or the deck, like I said, I search by deck because I know a lot of times the cabin's not in there I'm looking for, but I also search by deck. So if you put in the deck, I will probably find your vlog. Yes, we do, Vicky. Room number in each tour. Okay. But I'm talking about like tags and stuff like that. Do you have it in the title or the description or the tags? Dark theme. I assure you that on Friday I won't be tardy. Thank you, dear. I appreciate that. Nettie said, woohoo. Seeing as trouble, you can't be at the bottom. I'm at the bottom. Okay. One time I thought I was at the bottom and I wasn't at the bottom. So that's very possible. But anyway, I searched for room type, then room number, no tags. I don't know if it works. I don't know how well keywords and tags work. I really don't know. But it seems like I have a lot of search. When it talks about how people found your video, a lot of the time mine comes from search. So I'm always amazed. But then, so they say the tags probably don't work, but it seems like mine does. See, it keeps hashtag growing. Okay. PK together we travel says yes. Yes. PK says, I think we will be the only ship there. The cruise leaves on July 12th, but officially at Celebration Key on July 19th. Well, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. We're past the 11 o'clock hour, and I'm hungry. I did not eat breakfast this morning. I know. What's happening to me? This dog is taking over my life. I put in the room number in the title and description, but not in the hashtag. Okay. Yeah. The keywords thing, like I said, I don't know if it really works anyway. Dark Theme says, Vicky, you're going to have to start placing those diagonal lines like Scott does. Is that what those diagonal lines are for? Nettie, how's this? Peace and love to all. Sounds good. Okay. That's good. That's good. Everyone have a great rest of your week. Yes, it's hump day. We're halfway through the week, y'all. Halfway. Everyone have a great day. I'm planning on, as soon as I don't even know what I'm going to eat. Maybe I'll make some French toast. It sounds really good, y'all. Hope I have some sourdough bread. I only eat sourdough, so I hope I have some. Thank you, dear. So what does that do? Does it do anything? Or is it just a visual thing? I don't even know, y'all. But anyway, so I guess it doesn't do anything. Thank you, Nettie. Gotta go do my ma's laundry. Okay. I gotta do my laundry too, but I'm not even worried about that at the moment. Thinking about French toast, y'all. So have a great lunch. Have a great day. See y'all tomorrow in the video. Thank you for coming.